In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night, when the crowd
Yeah. What's up, family? How y'all doing? I'm back again. And I see you all are back again. Big shout out to Gary Bush of the Barbershop Podcast and 93.2 Radio out of Cleveland for being my special guest today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you haven't got a chance to check out the broadcast, I encourage you to go back and check it out. Mr. G Bush, G Money, my dog. Boy, he laying down some gems. He was talking that talk. He's one of the best. If you don't mind, go over there once again and follow him over there on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. All right. That's G Bush of the Barbershop Podcast. Well, I want to thank all of you for showing up and showing me love during the broadcast. Hey, it's good when you have some guests and your family shows up for you, and you all was outstanding, and I appreciate it. But once again, hit that like button as you come in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and if you want to support the broadcast, I encourage you and asking you by joining and being a part of the membership. Well, also, during the broadcast earlier, I got to recognize the ones that became a member, and I appreciate each one of you for doing that. All right. Let's see who joined. I think I had about 5 join the membership. Yeah, that was shout out to Gem City Entertainment. I appreciate it. Also, Michael Lockhart. I appreciate it. Truth and Truth. I appreciate it. Maria S. Appreciate it. And BD Hall. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for joining the membership earlier today. And I'm grateful. All right. I am grateful. Hey, but I got a good show. I got a good show. I won't hold y'all long. I promise you, I won't hold y'all long. All right. But I'm grateful that y'all showed up. I see I love CC, Miss Phyllis, Mr. Kenneth Wilson. What's up, my dog? Benzo, what's up, bro? Jizzle is in the building. Sabrina Walter is in the building. Son of Yahweh. Elijah Watson. What's up, doc? How you doing? Miss Val C, what's going on? You doing all right? Miss Val C, you going to join the panel on Saturday with the ladies? Let me know. I got to get, I need 4. I know I got Miss Phyllis, I'm missing somebody. Miss Diane. She said she wanted to. What's up, Lockhart? Appreciate it. I love CC says she can. Miss Kimberly Williams, how you doing? I just need 4 to confirm it. I need 4. Need 4. But I got to have somebody down in the chat now. Just remember that. What's up, Alan? What's going on? Doing all right? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's get into this thing. Let's get into this thing. All right. Hey, ESPN. ESPN, Miss Kimberly Martin is on record. She was on TV today, said she's talking to the people in the Cleveland office, in the building. What's up, Miss Brown? Brown girl, what's going on? Wayne Hood, what's up? She talking to people in the building, and they are saying these words right here. They believe Shedeur Sanders can be QB1, day one, game one. Now, I don't know. It ain't no shock to me. It might have been a shock to a lot of more people, but it ain't no shock to me. I know my dog earlier today said he believed Flacco still gonna be the man to start it off. But I'm here to tell you, what sense does that make? Joe Flacco starting it off. Why? It's just like to me, you surrendering. It's just like to me, you surrendering the first 3 to 4, 5 games. You want to go 0-5. If you really want to win, Shedeur Sanders is the man. I tell you what, you ain't got to listen to me. Here's Rizzo.
Apparently, Kimberly Martin said something to the effect of people in the building believe that Shedeur could start week 1.
Okay.
I hope I'm not misquoting her on that, but I believe that is what she reported today, which I think is good news because then that means, Chris, he's impressing. Something tells me this is going to work out in a weird way. The Browns told you that they liked Dillon Gabriel better than Shedeur when they drafted him in the 3rd round. But maybe Shedeur can impress enough to the point where he could change their mind. I want Shedeur to start, but it's because I think he's the best quarterback in the building or can be the best quarterback in the building. If he's not, then I don't want him to start. But it sounds like some people in that building are starting to think that maybe he could be the best quarterback in the building.
That was Rizzo at the radio station. Once again, hey, listen, he is the best quarterback in the building. He just needs the reps to get up to par, and he will. I'm telling you, he will impress the fan base, the coaching staff, and everybody. I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is QB1. I ain't never going to sway from that. I told you that from day one, and I ain't going to change either. Want to thank the 999 super chat from S.A. Spears 123. Love your podcast. Appreciate that. But once again, Miss Kimberly Martin also said these words right here.
Incumbent upon this coaching staff to give him a path to really earn that. If they give him enough reps and he has enough opportunities and gets put in enough situations, I think his skill set is such that he can compete with anybody on that roster in the quarterback room. As a matter of fact, he can probably, just 1-for-1, man-for-man, beat out anybody on that roster.
In that building, there are people who believe Shedeur can 100% be the starter of this football team. You said it's incumbent upon the Browns to put him in a situation. It's also incumbent upon Shedeur to do the work, which talking to people in that building, they have said he is soaking up everything like a sponge in the QB rooms, talking to Flacco, wanting to learn. And also, let's not forget Dillon Gabriel. We spent a lot of time talking about Shedeur, but Dillon Gabriel is a guy who was drafted in the 3rd. One source said to me, he is everything you want in a quarterback. He's just small. If he were a little taller, a lot of people would be looking at Dillon Gabriel a little differently. At least that's how they feel in their buildings.
Once again, I'm not worrying about Dillon Gabriel. I'm not worrying about Kenny Pickett. I am not even worrying about Joe Flacco. Shedeur Sanders will be QB1, day one, game one, as I've been saying. I don't care what kind of experience Joe Flacco got. I don't care where Kenny Pickett came from or how much the head coach liked him or Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in the room. He's just the best. And when you heard the offensive coordinator today, Tommy Rees spoke highly of him, highly of Shedeur, soaking up all the information. Only thing he need to do is just learn that playbook. That's the only thing. For his playing football and playing quarterback and throwing the football, oh, he got that down. He got that down pat. All he needs to do is know how to make the checks at that line of scrimmage and give the verbiage to the offensive line of the way they need to set up for protection. Once he get that down, it's game over. And I'm telling you, G Money told you the same thing, but I've been telling you. Shedeur gonna walk him down in the preseason game. He gonna walk him down in the preseason game. Why? Because Shedeur is not gonna turn the football over once they put on them shoulder pads. Once they put on the shoulder pads and the defense is rushing, trying to tackle them and hurt them, it's gonna be game changing. It's gonna be game changing. See, we know Shedeur can stand in that pocket and take a hit and stare down a defense and throw a wide receiver open. We have seen that. I ain't seen that from Kenny Pickett, y'all. Yeah. I haven't seen that consistently from Joe Flacco. I haven't seen that so far with Dylan Gabriel. Once again, Shedeur will be QB1, game one. Here's what Tommy Reese had to say.
His tail off. He's really putting in a lot of work, as all those guys are. But you can tell on the mental side of the game and learning the system and calling it and having that rhythm to it. He's put a lot of work and time and effort into that. And then when you do that, the game starts to slow down and you can focus on finding completions. He's done a nice job of that as camps progressed.
The game starts slowing down for Shedeur. He's been impressive so far. He asking questions so far. They say he talking to Flacco. They say he in Flacco locker, in his room, calling him every day, trying to know that playbook and how to make those checks. And that's impressive. That's impressive. And once again, you got to throw that 5th round draft pick out the window. All that don't matter no more. That don't matter no more. That don't matter no more. He in the building. He's on the team. And the strong gonna survive. And I think he's gonna be Shedeur Sanders. Matter of fact, I know it's gonna be Shedeur Sanders. Well, what else went on today, B. Watts? Well, they put that chart out. I gotta thank my producer. He said he's my producer. JR Boxer. He gonna send me information every time he get it. He gonna send it. This what the information JR sent to me today. Yep. This is the chart and the tracker for today. When you look at the top line, Kenny Pickett was the one. Joe Flacco. He's the quarterback that got less reps today, right? Really, when you look at OTAs, he really don't need the reps because he's played in the league for about 15 to 16 years. So when you look at him right here today, he was 4-7, no TDs, and no interceptions. That's Joe Flacco, a 15-year vet or more. Well, when you drop down to the second line, that's Shedeur Sanders. I want to pause and come back to that. Let's drop down to Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett. Excuse me. Kenny Pickett. I still believe gonna beat Joe Flacco out. Joe Flacco gonna be the one they let go. They're gonna cut him, or another team gonna call for him, which I doubt that. They're gonna let him go. Kenny Pickett went 9 for 15, 2 TDs, no interception, which is crucial, which is imperative that you don't turn the ball over. You cannot turn that football over, especially in OTAs, nor minicamp, because it ain't no rush on you. Ain't nobody trying to hit you. You don't have no pads on. He didn't throw no picks, so I got to give Kenny Pickett credit for that, because in the past he been throwing an interception. Well, drop down to the bottom line. Dylan Gabriel, 11 of 20. He was 11 of 20 with 3 TDs and no interception. Once again, the key thing is don't turn the football over. He didn't do that. So I got to give him props for that. But the kickback on it with Dylan Gabriel, he went first and he ran with the first team, according to what I saw. Right? He threw 20 passes and completed on 11. When you look at that, that's really 50% of his passes. That is not good enough to be QB1. I'm sorry. He missed a lot of throws from what I'm seeing in that chart. He missed 9 throws with no pads, no rush, and that's a bad sign as a quarterback. That's just a bad sign to me. But check this out. Check this out and hear me now. Hear me on this. Let's go back up and drop your eyes down to the second line. It's just like a Bible. You know, when the preacher tell you stand up and he give you the chapter, then he tell you to drop your eyes down to verse 16. Well, I need just a Bible. I got on the screen. I'm the preacher. Y'all in the pews. I got the deacons, trustee, ushers, and the choirmen. Drop your eyes down to the second verse, which is mean the second line. Shedeur Sanders was 9 of 14. 9 of 14. 3 TDs and 1 interception. Now, I need you to focus on the completion. He threw the ball 14 times and he missed on 5. 2 of those passes, the receiver dropped. They hit in their hands and they dropped. Now, focus your attention to the interception. The reason why Shedeur Sanders got that interception, because it was a deflection. The ball popped up in the air. The receiver should have caught it, but he didn't catch it. If that had been Jerry Jeudy or their number 1 tight end, Shedeur would have never threw that interception. But that interception still on his record. Even though it wasn't Shedeur's fault. Even though neither one of the little quarterback threw an interception for today, that interception is still on Shedeur's record. It's on his record. They charting this. That interception truly wasn't his fault. Matter of fact, I'll show you the video. It wasn't his fault. But you must keep in mind it's still an interception on his record. So that makes it, out of all the times Shedeur been there, he done threw 1 interception. I got to be fair about this thing. I'm going to be fair. Y'all can make your own judgment because I don't try to change nobody's mind. Shedeur Sanders is charted as an interception for today. And I get that. But still, he threw 3 TDs and he still won 9 for 14. He missed on 5 passes. Still out there doing what he's supposed to do. Still taking charge of the offense. Learning the playbook is the most important things of OTA. Because the offensive coordinator, the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, they want to know, can Shedeur grasp the plays that they are calling and translate it to the offenses? They want to know that. Can he make the checks at the line of scrimmage and put his offensive line and wide receivers in a better position according to what the defense is going to do to him? He got to be able to make those on his own. And from what I'm hearing, he's doing that. He's doing that. He's doing it. Here's the play that I was telling you about on that interception. And you can be the judge of it right now. Shedeur Sanders out there balling out, y'all. He just is. They can hide him all they want. But one thing about it, whoever get them videos, they're going to show it. They're going to show it. He dropped back, popped up in the air, interception, and that's what happened to his interception today. Kind of wasn't no interception because it's kind of questionable, but still, it's on his record. It's on his record. I mean, if it go on Flacco record and we count that as an interception, we got to count Shedeur as an interception. If Kenneth Pickett had thrown that and it did that, we would have said, oh, he throwed a interception. Dylan Gabriel had did that, we would have been saying he threw a interception. So we got to do the same thing for Shedeur. But still, I'm just trying to tell y'all, my boy out there putting that thing down, y'all. He putting it down now. Now, 9 for 14, Pickett, 9 for 15. But he threw 2 touchdowns. But like I say, look like Shedeur and Kenny Pickett, if you just look at it, they probably had the same kind of day. I'm going to say they equal. Because Shedeur missed 5 throws. Kenny Pickett missed 6, but he didn't throw no interception. So I'm going to call it a fair game. I'm going to call it tie. That's how I'm going to call it. Yeah, that's how I'm going to call that. Shedeur and Kenny Pickett was a tie today, according to that tracker. That's just me. All right, let me show you what else went on today. All right, here we go. Shedeur. Just running back out of the backfield. All right, here go another one. Touchdown. I'm trying to tell you, I like way Shedeur, even though it ain't no pass rush, even though it ain't no shoulder pass on, but I know he can do once he get those on. When Shedeur can step back there, he ain't running, y'all. He ain't dodging no smoke, none of them. He just stood back there and will gun you down. I don't seen that too much from Shedeur at Jackson State University, at Colorado this past 2 years. That pass there is Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady down. Just stand back there and gun you down. Bam. Ain't holding the ball too long. Hit the wide receiver in the right place. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Ain't no quarterback out there doing that. That's why I know he's going to be QB1. Stand up in that pocket, boy. Give me that. You see how he thread the needle? I mean, it ain't like we don't know. I'm just trying to tell you, the people who questioning, don't question this dude. Again, touchdown. He throw touchdown in the red zone. That's what you want. Another one. That's his second touchdown of the day. Shedeur Sanders will be QB1. Kimberly ain't lying. Yeah, no people in the building see that. If we seeing it, I know they seeing it. Even though Shedeur, once again, didn't run with the Warns, the first team today. That's the report out. They didn't let him run with the Warns or the first team today, which was reported by Kevin Stefanski that he was going to do that today. But somehow, they still trying to hide Shedeur from the media. They still trying to hide my dog from the media and the public. They protecting him. They protecting somebody. Shedeur Sanders, gunning down, 83. See, he's still throwing to players that are not going to be on the team. And I don't like that. Once you start seeing Shedeur throw to number 3, Jerry Jeudy, oh, it's on. It's on. It's on. Gun him down. Bang. Strong arm. Stand up in that pocket. Anticipate the throw where the receiver going to be. And he in the game. He in the game. But try and put a little K-Salt in the game. Yeah. He got a little Shedeur moving around. Got that little K-Salt, boy. I see you. Shake that salt out there. Here go Dylan. Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel had a good practice day. They got Shedeur. Get up in that pocket. Step up. On the run. Little K-Salt. Little K-Salt. Like I say, man. Hey, Shedeur gonna be all right. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. They might as well gonna let him run with the ones and let the press go on and see it so they can leave him alone. Once Mary Kay and that other dude start seeing Shedeur run with the ones and perform like this, they're gonna have to get off his back. They're gonna have to get off his back. Whether they like it or not, Shedeur is there. And he finna save them. Shedeur Sanders will be the best quarterback Cleveland had since Bernie Kosar. I'm on record saying it. Kill me. Put me on that cross. Put me on the cross. Yeah. I stand on that. He's going to be the best quarterback for Cleveland. He's going to be the best quarterback since Bernie Kosar. I just believe that. They can't keep hiding, my dog. They cannot keep hiding. Because the truth going to come out. It's going to come out. We already know. Buff Nation already knows to do that dude. We just want Cleveland now to give him a fair shot. That's all. We want the same opportunity that Joe Flacco getting, Kenny Pickett getting, and Dylan Gabriel getting. That's all we want. That's all we want. He ain't quarterbacking like no 5th round draft pick. He just not. I don't know what happened in that draft. Another touchdown. Give me that. We ain't playing with them. We are not playing with them. All right. Now, this is what I want to show you. I got to be fair about this thing. Joe Flacco. He was 4-7 today. Joe Flacco. That was a good throw now. Anticipation of number 31. Yep. And that ball hung up in the air a little bit too long for me. But I still take that. I still take that from a 41-year-old quarterback. Once again, Joe Flacco. I ain't going to kill him. Can't kill him on this one. That was a good throw. Receiver had to wait on it, but it still was a good throw. That was a good throw. Joe Flacco, that's a good throw. I salute you. I salute you. You're still not going to be quarterback one, but I salute you. I still think you're going to get cut. All right. Here is Dylan Gabriel. Now, when you look at Dylan Gabriel, I told you he was 11 or 20. I'm going to show you about a minute and 15 seconds. A minute of 15 seconds. And I'm going to warn you, it's going to be some stuff in this video that they sent to me. Boy, y'all, let me look here. You're going to say, man, you're going to think about what Zach said. I don't see how Dylan Gabriel in the NFL when I show you these videos. Miss Kimberly Wise Williams, how you doing? You going to be on the stage this Saturday with the ladies? I need to know. Miss Phyllis, Diane, Brown, and we need 2 more. But I need somebody in the chat to watch the chat. I need to know. All right, here we go. Dylan Gabriel. This Dylan Gabriel. Now, you're going to see some throws. Y'all going to say, what in the world? He going to complete some. Remember, he was 11 or 20 now. They getting his little stuff out the way. Now, after this throw, it's going to get rough on him. What's up, Tim? All right, finna get rough now. DG finna look bad now, y'all. He finna start struggling. DG finna start struggling. All right, it finna start. Here we go. That's one. My dog. DG. Oh, that's 2. It's gonna be like a car wreck, and they want him to start. He will pick number 3. He will pick number 3. Oh, DG. This game ain't for you, big dog. This game just is not for you. It's not for him, y'all. I'm sorry. See, he can throw them little short pass. He can throw those. But when he have to think and get that ball down the field, them intermediate throws, that 15-yard, the 20-yard throw, man, he in trouble. See, them throws right there I can make. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback that can throw that 15 to 20-yard throw. Cleveland need that kind. It's okay to throw the ball. I get that. It's okay to throw that ball way down the field like Shedeur like to do, right? That's okay. I get that. But the person that's going to win this quarterback is going to be the player who can complete a 15-yard pass, 15 to 20-yard pass more than any other quarterback on their roster. Yeah. Which quarterback that can complete a 15-yard pass to 15 to 20-yard pass more than the other quarterback without turning it over? Because that's where the traffic is. That's the yard pass that you need to move the change. It's okay. Everybody know you can throw a bomb, right, to a wide receiver if you're in one-on-one coverage. But can you throw a 15-yard pass when a defender is pressing a wide receiver with a safety over the top? Can you get it in there? Shedeur can do that. We don't see that. That's where Shedeur, I'm telling you, going to separate himself. And it's going to show up. It ain't going to show up in OTA. It ain't going to show up in minicamp. It's going to show up in those preseason games. Remember what I told you the other day when I was talking with JR them about Russell Wilson, how he got a chance to start along with Dak Prescott? They did it in the preseason game. Dak Prescott started and played in 5 games in preseason. He threw 5 touchdowns and no interception. Russell Wilson, when he was with Seattle and Pete Carroll was the head coach, they went out and signed a free agent quarterback. I don't forget his name. Flynn. It was Flynn. They signed him and gave him a big contract. Then they turned around in the draft and drafted Russell Wilson in the 3rd round from Wisconsin. He was projected to be the backup quarterback. But check this out. Everything that Shedeur is going through right now, Russell Wilson went through the same thing up there in Seattle. Except Russell Wilson was a 3rd round draft pick. Shedeur Sanders is a 5th round draft pick. And he going into the same situation that Russell Wilson did. Well, guess what Russell Wilson did? He went through OTAs, minicamp, and he made his move in the preseason game. He played in 4 preseason games, threw 4 TDs and 1 interception. Pete Carroll named him the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm just trying to tell you, that's the pathway for Shedeur to be QB1, game 1, day 1. And Kimberly Martin of ESPN already done told you what they saying inside the building.
Incumbent upon this coaching staff to give him a path to really earn that. If they give him enough reps and he has enough opportunities and gets put in enough situations, I think his skill set is such that he can compete with anybody on that roster in the quarterback room. As a matter of fact, he can probably, just 1-for-1, man for man, beat out anybody on that roster.
In that building, there are people who believe Shedeur can 100% be the starter of this football team. You said it's incumbent upon the Browns to put him in a situation. It's also incumbent upon Shedeur to do the work, which talking to people in that building, they have said he is soaking up everything like a sponge in the QB rooms, talking to Flacco, wanting to learn. And also, let's not forget Dylan Gabriel spent a lot of time talking.
Spending time talking to Flacco and soaking things up just like a sponge. Just like a sponge. Want to learn, eager to learn, ready to roll. And his teammates love him. They love him. His teammates are crazy about him. I keep trying to tell you, a dog recognizes a real dog. Listen to one of the players of what they saying about Shedeur Sanders. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and join the membership.
I love the Browns, man. Great organization. Gave me an opportunity, man. I'm telling you, I'm running with it. You know what I'm saying? I get to play with him, bro. That's a blessing. Be my quarterback. That's a blessing right there,
I love the Browns, man. I appreciate what they did for me. I love this, man. They gave me an opportunity to play with this man right here. That's my quarterback, QB1. Shedeur Sanders is going to start rubbing off on majority of this team and his teammates. They already talking inside the building. That Shedeur Sanders has a chance, a 100% chance being QB1, day one, game one. And we want all of them. Joe Burrow, game one. And when we get through dusting him off, we want Lamar Jackson. And I want his head on the plaque. Yeah, I know y'all didn't like that. That's all right, though. I ain't switching. I ain't changing. We want Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in that second game. We want his head on the plaque. We want it. We ain't ducking nothing. Not nothing. It is what it is. But hear me, though. Like I say, I gotta play my dog.
You sound like a father. You coach your son. You want your son to be everything he can be. You're proud of your son. You go to every practice. Every father is supposed to say that. Every father is supposed to be like, yo, I know how I raised my son. You know what I'm saying? I make sure that they got what they needed when they was growing up. And any father is going to be protective over his son. First of all, it's Deion, it's prime. He going to speak candidly. He's been doing that his whole life. This is why sometimes in journalism, you got the media and people use anonymous stuff. It's hard when people say things, but there's no name to it. So he's saying that hurt him a little bit, which is human nature. But I will say at the end, hey, look, I'm happy he slid, selfishly. Because you know why? I feel like they got a great quarterback. From what I've seen right now, he's taking it in stride. And what I've seen is he's using that to show people that he's different from what of the stuff is out there. So for me, as a Browns fan, and as a person who wants a quarterback, and I think he could be a franchise quarterback, I'm excited for him.
My dog put, hey, he landed down. He landed down just like it should be laying down. Like I said, Shedeur Sanders is in a good place because the quarterbacks in front of him, they couldn't start for nobody else, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Joe Flacco couldn't start. I don't nobody want Flacco. The Cleveland really didn't want him. They just panicked. And that's why they in the situation they is now. Somebody want Flacco. Kenny Pickett. They wasted a 5th round draft pick on Kenny Pickett. Dylan Gabriel. They reached too far to get Dylan Gabriel. They just did. To do something, it ain't worth talking about nobody. But I know what's gonna happen. He gonna walk him down in the preseason game. It ain't nothing nobody else can say. It just can't. Let me listen to Boog one more time. I like Boog, y'all. He be talking that.
To know me is to know.
Bad, man.
I'm about right or wrong, good or bad, bullshit or real shit. I'm not into sparing feelings or who feelings got hurt. That ain't. If it's the truth, if the truth hurts someone's feelings, that's their problem, not mine. If anybody has a problem with the truth, they have a problem with themselves. It's not my job to cater to anyone's feelings about what's true and what ain't. So the minute I tell a lie, say, Boog, stop. But if I don't tell a lie, let me cook. Because at the end of the day, what I said is the truth. Because I watch people get on line every day and kick my dog, try to kick him while he down, do everything on the sun. They don't care about how he feel one bit. But then as soon as I speak, oh, you need to worry about somebody's feelings. Huh? What? You talking about the one that talk about my dog who don't care about his feelings, but they want me to spare feelings? Come on, man. It is what it is. And then we talking about grown men who are in the locker room. They don't care what Boog say. These people, a lot of them kids in the locker room don't even know Boog. And the ones that do, they know what I'm about. And they love 12, and 12 love them. They ain't worried about what Boog say. Oh, that only matters to the people who live online. Them people living in the real world, in the real locker room, getting real things accomplished, trying to get a real job. They not worried about what's going on online. Kill their confidence. Man, at the end of the day, let's keep it G. Today, I'm not saying none of them won't ever be better, but if we trying to say that the guys that 12 has been throwing to are just as good as Jerry Judy and Njoku as of today, come on, man, stop playing. Stop playing. I'm not saying they won't ever have a great career and blow up and go beat them and blow past those guys. But as of today, if you don't think that they lesser talented, if you think they're equivalent to Jerry Judy, man, you need to go look in the mirror. Your mirror broken, not mine.
Oh my God. He said your mirror blowing, not mine. I like Wood, man. He talked that trash. But check this out though, family. When we really look at that quarterback room, somebody brought this attention to me today, right? He said, "Be wise. It's a good possibility that the general manager can cut all three of them." I said, "All three of who, big dog?" Be wise. Watch how this thing gonna play out. He told me he gonna cut Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel before that first game. I said, "What?" I said, who else the general manager gonna get? He said, "Be wise." I don't know who he gonna get. He gonna let all three of them quarterbacks go, and he gonna find him another quarterback that can bag up Shedeur. I said, "I don't know," but he said, "Be wise. Watch this. I played the game." I ain't gonna call his name. He said, "I played the game." He's an ex-NFL player. I said, "Big dog, I don't know about that. They don't waste it. 5th round draft pick. Ain't no way in the world they finna cut all three of them." Be wise. This the terrible quarterback room ever been in the NFL. Now I agree with that. I just don't see him cutting all three. Be wise. Watch how this thing play out. I don't played in the league. I said, okay. Only thing I can do is sit here and listen. I mean, that's your opinion, but I think one of them gonna get released. Not all three of them. Joe Flacco is out of there. I'm gonna hang my. Hey, somebody just said Quincy Clark. Hey, I ain't gonna call it name, big dog. Hey, Alan. I ain't said that, Alan. You said that. That bad boy told me, he said, "Be what? I played the game. I played in the league. I was a quarterback. They gonna cut all three of them, brother, because the franchise is looking bad right now." I said, "Dog." I said, "Really?" I said, "You really think?" I said, "You really think they gonna cut?" They looking bad right now, big dog. They got the same face. I said, "Dog, don't worry. Shedeur gonna be quarterback one, but they ain't finna go with none of them right there." I said, "Okay." He said, "Trust me. I played the game. I know." I said, "Hey, I'm just gonna sit back and watch. This is gonna get interesting right here." Hey, I want to move on for a little while. I'm ready at 43 minutes. Here we go. Let's talk about my Colorado football team. Right? When you look at Coach Prime and what he got right now, stay with me now. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. This is the year that Coach Prime, I hope he's healthy. First of all, I hope everything is all right with him. I know he's been going through a lot. I heard that he said that he on the podcast he lost a lot of weight. Praying for him. I hope he's all right. All right, praying for him. Right? But check this out. When you look at Colorado football team, if you just stop and look at it, this is the best team Coach Prime ever had. Colorado this year in 2025 is the best team Coach Prime ever had. I know he don't have Shedeur. I know we don't have Travis Hunter. I know we don't have Jim Horn, Will Shepard, LeJohntay, BJ Green, and all of them. I know we ain't got them. I know we don't. But check this out. Coach Prime got some dogs on that team, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, man. You ain't gonna find out until that first game of Georgia Tech. When you look at Colorado offensive side of the ball, Jordan C, Xavier Hill. When you look at that whole offensive line, Zach Chrysler, Zach Atkins at tight end, and Big Williams over there at that right tackle. Colorado got a excellent offensive line this year from where they came from. I know I said that last year. Okay, y'all got me on that. But this year, these guys are playing on their last year. They can get ready to go to the league. And I'm telling you right now, them boys ready to play, y'all. They right. And then when you look at the defensive side, the most interesting battle on the defensive side of the ball is going to be, I'm telling you now, the most integral competition on that defensive side is going to be at that cornerback position. I'm not being straight with you. Check this out. Hear me on this. Tion Parks, RJ Johnson. It's going to be a battle. I mean, a battle for that cornerback position. And Tion Parks ain't coming in now to lay it down. He ain't going in now. He's not coming in now to lay down and give up on that just because you've been there. This boy is a straight dog, y'all. I'm not trying to be. I'm warning you now. Tion Parks. Now I like Coach Hood. This dude here, man. Tion Parks, this dude right here now, Lock City. And he gonna bring that thunder. He gonna bring that. Listen, you thought Shiloh would put you in that medical tent? Tion Parks seen you in that too. Well, keep an eye on that. Remember that name. And you gonna say, B.Y., you right. Now I respect my homeboy, RJ Johnson, at that cornerback. But I'm just saying, Tion Parks, that gonna be the most interesting battle on Colorado this year on the defensive side of the ball. Who get a chance to play that cornerback position opposite of DJ McKinney? Tion Parks or RJ Johnson. It's gonna be a battle. And I can't wait to see it. If I had to put my money on it, if I had any, I'm going with Tion Parks. Y'all. I just am. I believe he's going to stand up in that paint and he's going to lock him down. I believe he's going to come through. They got some great players on that defensive side of the ball because the defense going to help them win. When you look at Colorado's schedule, they need some dogs that can come up and hit. Yeah, and they got some. They really do. To keep a bias at that safety. Oh, yeah, he want that smoke, y'all. He want it. He want it now. And also, y'all keep trying, JR them keep trying to sell me on. I might have to buy that what JR selling me on Stoudemire. That dude's so big now, man. I said, good gracious. Yeah, man. I really hope Stoudemire come out there and do his thing at that safety position. But who gonna play the box safety? Him to keep a bias. That's gonna be the key on the back end of that defense. Who will come down and play that box safety? Who will be the Shiloh? Would it be Takeefa Byers or Carter Stoudemire? I just don't think Carter Stoudemire built like that. But we finna find out. We really gonna find out if he built like that. I believe Takeefa Byers is more like Shiloh than Stoudemire. That's me. That's my opinion on that. Now, when you look at that linebacker position, I know a lot of people saying that's the weaker part of the team. The linebacker room is the strongest for Coach Prime this year. It's the strongest part of the team. Man, listen. when you got Cray back there, that boy is a tackling machine. See, people forget he had 81 tackles last year. 17 of those tackles was in the backfield for losses. He could read a offense. Yeah, he can. Martavius French can read an offense. He know it. If you follow him and just watch his tapes, man, he get off that line of scrimmage so fast, man. He in the backfield before they hand him the ball. I'm just telling you. Then you got right beside him, Reginald HUGH, Lingen, fast. He's a sideline to sideline linebacker. He can cover a running back out of the backfield. He can do that. He got the speed to do that. Because I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I believe them two there. Now, K Salter and JB, they gonna be the Thunders. They gonna bring that wood. See, cause they gonna need that. They gonna need that. Because boy, I'm sick. K Salter, baby brother. If they give him a chance, and let him play beside Cray, Martavius French, boy, boy, look at him. It gonna be some boy. It gonna be some dude going in that medical tent now. K Salter, baby brother, is the real deal. He's the real deal, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play this year. I like his game. I like his attitude. And just recently, he was named Student of the Month. That let you know he's smart. That let you know he don't get in no off the field trouble. He's a good student and he's a good athlete. Cajun Salt, baby brother is him. Now this is the year for his bigger brother, K Salt, the quarterback. I'm telling you right now, go ahead. I'm gonna pick up what I've been saying. A Heisman Trophy candidate. When he get through at Georgia Tech, the whole college football world gonna be talking about K Salt. They will be talking about K Salter. When you saw the workout today from the video or Reach the People, K Salter out there looking good. He out there working. My dog out there working. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm being honest with you. K Salt gonna go out there and put on a show what Colorado ain't hardly seen yet at that quarterback position with his throwing and running the football. You can believe that. I'm looking for a 300-yard passing and a 100-yard rushing on Georgia Tech from that quarterback position, K Salt. Between 3 to 5 touchdowns in there. With the wide receivers and the weapons they got, he gonna be able to do that against Georgia Tech. Because Georgia Tech coming here slipping. Coach Prime already hot, already mad, already upset the way they treated him and Shedeur and Shiloh in that draft. And somebody got to pay. And Georgia Tech is up first. Coach Prime gonna try to listen. He gonna try to drop 50 on Georgia Tech to send that message to the rest of the teams that own this schedule. He already hot. He already mad. You already see. He already quiet. He ain't hardly saying nothing. On that podcast that he did with Asante Samuel, first time ever hearing from him. And you ain't finna hear that from him no more problem. I'm telling you. Somebody got to pay for that. And it's going to be in college. Yeah, you watch and see. Somebody go pay for that, y'all. You really think Coach Prime finna let this slide? No, he ain't built like that, y'all. He's not built like that. Somebody got to pay. Coach Prime gonna try to hang 50 on Georgia Tech. Watch and see. Watch, and he's not gonna be satisfied with a 17 to 10, 14 to 13 victory. I'm sure he'll take it. But listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Coach Prime called timeout with 3 minutes left. He said, but I want to score again. Yeah. I'm telling you that. But somebody got to pay for that now. Somebody got to pay for that, man. Hey, man, real ass. Somebody got to pay for that. Wayne Hood, Miss Kate. I'm trying to tell y'all, somebody gonna pay for that. Georgia Tech in the way. Finally, Wilson. Georgia Tech is in the way. Yeah, I seen him, Miss Crystal Wise with him. Yeah, somebody gonna pay for that. Coach Prime is not finna let nobody get away. Even though he said he beyond that, even though he don't let it win. Nah. Coach Prime finna put a message out there, loud and clear. I'm still here, and I'm still him. He know you trying to say he can't win without Shedeur. He not gonna be able to win without Travis. He not gonna be able to win without Shiloh. And he finished started off against Georgia Tech, August 29th. It ain't that long. About 90-something days left. Yeah, about 90-something days left. Man, listen here, Georgia Tech. I wouldn't even come. I was y'all. I said, hey man, you had that guy. Yeah, you're not gonna embarrass me on national TV. You just not. Coach Prime, you can have this. You can chop this up for the Gipper. You are not going to embarrass me on national TV. See, they mad at Coach Prime because this lady right here said it all. She's saying it all.
Some people are so threatened by someone else's confidence that they want you to dim your own light just to make them feel better. And that's not going to happen here. I mean, let's be honest. You don't like him because he's flashy, because he has a nice watch, better than yours, better than mine. You know, I mean, that just sounds like hating though to me. I mean, he is a rich kid who's really earned it. And that's why people should actually be applauding Shedeur. He doesn't have any scandal attached to his name, upstanding citizen. He's always supportive of his teammates and has been an excellent leader on the field, looks like it off the field. It's not easy walking in the footsteps of your famous dad, let alone Hall of Fame, best to ever do it type dad. But it just shows you how much of a hard worker he really is, because no one's going to be harder on Shedeur than his dad and then also himself.
Coach Prime is a highly confident man, and his boys are just like that. Shiloh like that. Bucky like that. And you know Shedeur like that. You already know that. So what they expect? They just can't handle it. Some folks just can't handle that.
What was
talking
about the city of Cleveland or the Cleveland Browns organization that he really liked that made him want to ultimately become a Brown?
Shedeur and Coach Prime both fell in love with Mr. Bear.
Yeah.
They built a great relationship because at first they didn't know much about it. Shedeur didn't much, you know. But as they got later in the process, their relationship and the way that the conversations they were having with Barry made them feel a lot better. Like, oh man, that's maybe where we need to be. Mm-hmm. So, and as they continue to grow and talks continue to heat up, and you got close to the draft, it kind of started pointing to like, man, we're gonna end up in Cleveland. Didn't think it was gonna be 5th round. Yeah. But they felt like it was an opportunity, and even the week before the draft, I thought it was going to end up being Travis and Shedeur in Cleveland, honestly. Like, that's where the arrows were pointing.
That's Boog. Boog say you out there with Shedeur, making sure everything is right. Making sure he putting that practice in, making sure he focused. And, you know Shedeur going to come through. Shedeur going to come through. He going to be all right. He going to be all right. But I'm telling you right now, though, Coach Prime finna get some get back. Yeah, he finna get some get back this year. I'm telling you now. And I heard BYU quarterback, he on shaky ground out there. He might not be able to play this year. If they ain't got no quarterback, oh, you already know what time, because we owe them one from the bowl game. Yeah, we owe them one of them, you know, that belt to, you know, from that bowl game. Let them don't have their quarterback. It's over. They definitely gonna get 50 hung on them. Yeah. You can bet on that, y'all. You can bet your top dollar on that, though. But once again, you're watching Sports Talk. We'll be Watts. I'll be dropping a video at 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm finna tape the video. It's gonna be about I think it's gonna be about 10 minutes long. If you don't mind, watch that video in the morning at 8 a.m. And I'll be back tomorrow night with Greg Said It and JR Box. Will y'all do that for me? I'm gonna drop a video at 8 in the morning, and I'll be back again tonight. All right. Once again, don't forget, this Saturday night, the latest night, I need 4 ladies. I know we got Miss Diane Brown and Miss Phyllis Smith. They need 2 more ladies. Y'all need to let her know which one of y'all. I think Miss Kimberly Williams. Would you like to be on the stage? Would you like to be on the stage, Miss Williams? Miss Crystal Wise Williams, would you like to be on the stage? You don't have to show your face. Maria S., whoever. They need 2 more. I love CC. I need somebody in that chat though. Miss Smiley Mom, somebody. We need 2 more ladies. Let us know. Let us know. Let me or Miss Phyllis know. I don't need before on the stage for Saturday night. All right. Y'all let me know. Let me know if you can do it or can't. If not, y'all let me know. All right. Hey, once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I want to thank everybody who joined the membership at the 3 o'clock hour show. If you haven't got a chance to watch that show, I encourage you to watch it. And while you're over there watching, leave a comment and let Mr. G. Bush know how much you appreciate him and how well he did a good job. All right. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I really do. For y'all support. I'm grateful. Y'all have helped me out a lot. And the show wouldn't be a show without y'all. It just would. Y'all make the show what it is. All right. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit. It's my favorite thing. It's time to get nasty. It's time to get nasty.
Are you practicing to practice or are you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way.